Hi, my name is Corman, and I'd like to take a minute to talk to you about the importance of clinical trials in regards to multiple myeloma. I'm presently on a clinical trial, but before I discuss that, I'll just give you a brief history of my treatment. I was diagnosed in 2006, and at that time there wasn't that many drugs available, so I opted for a stem cell transplant. So I had a stem cell transplant, which wasn't too bad, and fortunately for me, it lasted for 5 years, and I had good quality of life. Was on no drugs, and but then unfortunately, I knew it would relapse, and it relapsed in 2000 and about 12 or 13. So in September 2013, they offered me a second stem cell transplant. So I did that, and unfortunately, I only got a year out of that. But again, a year's a year, so that was good. And then I the option available to me is a new drug was approved. Now, when I was first diagnosed, this drug wasn't available. It was in the clinical trials through the states, and then eventually approved through Health Canada, and it's called Revlimid. And fortunately, because of all these clinical trials, that drug was available for me because it was approved by Health Canada. So I took it. It was a pill you could take at home, which was nice, and I got 4 years remission out of that. So I was pretty happy. That drug is sort of a game changer for myeloma. So that relapsed just 2 years ago. I guess it'd be about May 2018. And so I had some drugs that were approved through clinical trials also still available to me, but my oncologist talked to me about a clinical trial if I was interested. And I said, well, I'd be interested in hearing about it. So the clinical trial coordinator and my oncologist sat down with me and they described all the health advantages to a clinical trial. Is You're helping people down the road, which is good. You're helping yourself, and then you're getting drugs that are available to you that aren't available in most cases to the general public. So I thought, well, I'll do this clinical trial because I still have these other drugs. So I went into the clinical trial, and I was discussed the safety benefits of being in a clinical trial, the health benefits, um, and the risk too. There is risk, so I was just explain that. So I agreed to go into this clinical trial, and the drug was called Darzalex. That's the name, or it is daratumumab, which I have trouble pronouncing, but Darzalex is easier to say. And basically, what my clinical trial was, people were getting this drug intravenously, but it was taking over half a day to get the intravenous and all this, and it's very time consuming. So they want to do a clinical trial to see if you can get an injection in your abdomen, if it would give the same benefits as the intravenous. So I agreed to that. So I went on into the trial with getting the needle in my abdomen, and not knowing if it would work or not, but I felt strongly there's a good chance it would work. So I did that, and I started that trial, like I said, May 2018, I believe. So it's over 2 years, and at the start, you have to go in every week, and then every 2 weeks, and then eventually, now I'm just going once a month. I have to take some pre meds. I have to get my blood work done, and that's basically it. Once I take my pre meds, I have to wait for an hour before they can give me the injection. So it's a 5 minute injection in my abdomen, and that's it. And then I can leave. And my quality of life has been great in the 2 years. It's no side effects. I've been very lucky. It's a great drug. And that's the importance of clinical trials. It helps people like me, and it helps all the myeloma patients in our community. So it's, how could I say? It's just so beneficial to everyone. And our virtual walk, I'd like to welcome to that, is very important for our clinical trials. All the donations and that go directly to LRCP, and they have control, and it goes to the myeloma population, and it's used for these clinical trials. So far, because of clinical trials, I've had the drug Revlimid, which gave me 4 years of extra life. Now I'm on Darzalex, and it's over 2 years. I'm still on it, going for it. So I've been about 14 years now with trying these. And these new drugs, there's a lot more drugs in the pipeline, but we need your support to bring these drugs into the clinic so people can do clinical trials, they can then improve and get used. But without donations and that, it's hard to do that because we have to pay for, the clinical trial coordinators, and it's just the whole gamut of things. So I appreciate your time, and I just want to emphasize the importance of clinical trials, how they've affected my life and many other people's lives. And thanks again for in our virtual walk and donations and everything. It's so much appreciated. Thank you. Take care. Bye.